All right, we got manual resistance hip abduction. What we're looking for is the athlete's ability to maintain a good elongated spine from the top of his head, through his ear, through his shoulder, his spine, his hip. Make sure that we're not externally rotating. We're just going to go true abduction. If they have problems with their knees, we're going to go stacked feet. So Lance, do me a favor and stack both feet. This will prevent him from going excessively adducted. If he doesn't have any problems, he'll bring that sucker back. We're working on his ability to protect that distance between his knees. So he comes up, he holds that line, his partner drives him back down. As long as we're being orthopedically safe, open communication, and under control. Now from this position, all we're going to do is our single leg. We're lying flat on the back, single leg windshield wipers. What we're looking for is the same. Back of the neck is in the floor, T-spine, low back, pelvis is in the floor. We're slowly going to bring that out to the side without affecting the top leg. Slowly bring it out to the side, the opposite side without affecting that leg. Back and forth. Looking for a good isometric contraction of that top leg, so thus no movement. And relax. Take two. All right, we've got a manually resisted iron cross. What we're looking for is an active PNF stretch. We're looking for the king all of all stretching exercises, because depending on where the therapist sets up, we can affect a lot of joints. We can either pull that toe back and force them to stretch that calf line, that lower leg line. We can pull back on his knee and we can force them to stretch anything posterior to that knee, or we can start to affect that hip line by gently abducting that away and forcing that hip to stretch. Any or all of the above. Notice how Steph locks in that lower femur and he keeps him from rolling all the way over, thus not allowing him to get that full range, thus forcing him to get a little bit more flexible. So from this position, our goal is to go 90 degrees with a big rainbow over top. The very first portion of it, we want to lock them down for about 4 seconds of not allowing them to move, but their constant attention is trying to drive that over and rotate over, and then eventually they get to that midline, and then they try to work on the strength of getting all the way down into the floor with that rotation, using the adductor and the internal rotators. All right, IT band twisting, slow kick. The hands stay glued to the floor out of a push-up position. What we're trying to do is affect that IT band and that hamstring line. We're slowly going to rotate the hips, and we're going to lock that quad. We're going to dorsiflex, pull that toe back, and we're going to rotate at the hip, trying to stretch, again, that IT band and that hamstring line. Slowly pull that toe back, lock the quad, and then we rotate at the hip and try to work that up in the direction of that grounded hand. Our complex number 2 is the same exact motion. We just go low kick, low reach. Exact same thing. The only difference is we're going to go to a single arm. The same exact movement. We're still trying to kick up higher. We're still trying to stretch a little bit more, but the goal is to eventually go to a isostability shoulder exercise. And the end all be all of this progression is our number 3, which is a butt drop high kick. Same exact thing. We move into more of a quadruped position. We allow that foot on the ground, the grounded anchored leg, to go ahead and rotate whatever's comfortable for the knee. We drop the butt, lock the quad, pull those toes back, and we try to put that footprint up on the ceiling. Still, the goal is to stretch that quad, stretch that IT band, stretch that hamstring line using the quad and the hip flexor. We have our Saxon lunge position. What it is a good old-fashioned lunge position, stretching the back quad, stretching the back hip flexors. Both hands are going to reach up to the sky into a good streamlined position. From there, we're going to pick a hand. Keep those fingers extended. I want to see how high you can reach with the high hand. We slowly pick an arm, reach to the floor with either the tips of the fingers, first set of knuckles, second set of knuckles, full fist or palm, and then give me a big sweep back up to that high position, and then do the same leg, the other hand. Don't lose the high hand. The goal is the high hand stays as high as possible, the low hand tries to drop down. We teach this with the knee on the floor, but eventually we go into a back leg off the ground if the athlete is comfortable with that.